Now let's go to question number 2. Question is, the product of two integers is 128. If one integer is minus 4, then the other one is, it's a very easy question. See what it is saying, product means multiplication, means like if there are two numbers a and b, so multiplication of a into b, product of a into b is what, 128. Out of the two numbers a and b, one number is given, that is what, minus 4. So how we will write it mathematically? We can write it like this. Since the other number is not given, so assume it as x. Let the other integer be x. According to question, it's given the product of two numbers is what, 128. So write down minus 4 multiplied by x. The product is what, 128. Now this is a known value, this is a known value, and this is an unknown value. So by transferring the known values and with an unknown value on left hand side, we can determine the value of x. So on transferring, x equal to 128 upon 4. So what the value came on dividing it, x equal to 32. But we cannot write any variable with a negative value. That's why we'll transfer this sign on the right hand side. Therefore x equal to minus 32. That is your option number A. So take this option A. This is your answer. Now third number. What is the question? A gardener plans to plant 630 trees in 21 rows, each containing the same number of trees. How many trees will there be in each row? See what the question is saying. A gardener is trying to plant trees in number of rows, means there are 21 rows like this. He plans to plant 630 trees in 21 rows, means out of the total number of rows, that is 21, in 21 rows the total number of trees is what, 630. It is asking how many trees will be there in each row. So see, if you remember, like we have done in previous classes, this question is very similar to like cost of 8 pen is given and what is the cost of 10 pen. So for this, first you need to find the cost of 1 pen, because if you will know the cost of a single pen, so out of that value you can find out cost of number of pens. So if we apply the same thing here also, in the question it is already saying that 21 rows contain 630 trees, and it is asking that how many trees will there be in each row. So what we simply need to do, divide the total number of trees from the total number of rows. How we will write it mathematically? We will write, since this is the sign of since means it is already given in the question. It is given that 21 rows contains 630 trees. Therefore number of tree in one row, or either you can write each row also, 630 upon 21. When you will divide it, the answer will come what, 30. This will be your answer. Now come to question number 2. What is the question? A 5-story building has 2 floors in basement and 3 floors above the ground. Total height of the building from basement is 30 meter and each floor is of the same height. One person is standing on the lowest basement and another is standing at the roof of the top floor. Find at what distance both persons are standing from the ground. See, for solving this question, we need to make a diagram. We'll read the line one by one, and according to that, we will try making the diagram. What is the very first line saying? A 5-story building. So let's make a building. See, 5-story building it is saying. 1 2 3 4 5. Now this is a 5-story building. First story, second story, third story, fourth story and fifth. 1 2 3 4 5. Story means floor only. Now see, in question it is saying what? It is saying that total height of the building from basement is 30 meter. Basement means what? The ground floor. So this is your ground floor. From ground floor the total height is what? 30 meter. So you can write it like this. From the basement, total height of the building is 30 meter. then it is saying what? It is saying one person is standing on the lowest basement and another is standing at the roof, another is standing at the roof of the top floor. But the very first line was mentioning what? A 5-story building has 2 floors in basement and 3 floors above the ground. Now see, this is basement. 2 floors in basement means these first and second, these two are floors of basement, and 3 floors above the ground means 1, 2 and 3. So you can mention it as ground floor. Now this thing, it is satisfying a question, because see, what was the question saying? A 5-story building has 2 floors in basement and 3 floors above the ground. A 5-story building has 2 floors in basement and 3 floors above the ground. Then it is asking, find at what distance both persons are standing from the ground. Means in respect to ground floor and in respect to top floor. Now person are standing here also according to question, and they are standing here also. We need to find at what distance both persons are standing from the ground. Means from this ground floor, from this reference point, both are standing at what distance? Means this and this we need to find out. So once again, how we will write it mathematically? You can make this diagram first, then write down, since it is given that total height of building equal to 30 meter and building has 5 story, we can say that length of 5-story building is what? 30 meter. This is what exactly? Total height of the building is given and the building has 5 stories. So it means this only, that length of 5-story building is equal to 30 meter. Now to find out the distance of both the persons from ground floor, that means distance of person standing on top floor and distance of person standing on the basement from ground floor. First we need to know that what is the length of each story of a building. Now once again, total height is what? 30 meter. How many stories are there? 5 story. So if we divide the total height by the total number of stories, that is total number of floor, which is what? 30 upon 5, we can get the length of each story of a building. So mathematically we can write what? That length of one story is equal to 30 upon 5. When you will divide it, answer will come what? 6 meter. So this is the length of each story of a building. Now see, according to question, we need to find distance of person standing on lowest basement and standing on top floor from ground floor. So distance of a person standing on lowest basement from ground floor. From ground floor, how many basements are there beneath? मतलब नीचे कितने basement है? 1 basement, second basement, that is 2 basements are there. So distance of a person standing on lowest basement from ground floor will be what? 2 into 6. Why into 6? Because length of each story is what? 6 meter, and there are 2 stories. So total number of total distance equal to what? 2 into length of each story, 2 into 6, which is what? 12 meter. Similarly, distance of person standing on top floor from ground floor. So above the ground floor, how many total stories are there? 1, 2 and 3, that is what? 3. And length of each story is 6 meter. So if we multiply total story by length of each story, we will get the distance of person standing on top floor also. So 3 into 6 is equal to 18 meter, which is above the ground floor. Mathematically we will write what? Distance of person standing on lowest basement from ground floor equal to 2 into 6. Why we are writing 2? Because there are 2 stories. Why we are doing into 6? Because we just find out that length of a single story is 6 meter. Similarly, distance of person standing on top floor from ground floor will be 3 into 6. Why 3 into 6? Because above the ground floor there are how many stories? 1, 2 and 3. 3 number of stories, and the question it is asking at what distance both person are standing from the ground. That means from top and from bottom. We just right now find out the distance from bottom. So from the top we will write what? 3 into 6, 18 meter. 18 meter above ground floor. This is your answer. Now see the next question. A 6-story building has 36 meter height. A monkey can climb 3 meter in one jump. In how many jumps would the monkey reach at the top of the building? Now understand this question. It is given that total height of 6 stories building is what? 36 meter. This is somewhat related to question number 2. Once again I am repeating, the total height of 6-story building is given what? 36 meter. Then it is given a monkey can climb 3 meter in one jump. That is, out of 36 meter, the total height which is given 36 meter, out of that 36 meter height, the first 3 meter is covered by a monkey in one jump. In how many jumps would the monkey reach at the top of the building? Now, if 3 meter is covered in one jump, so 36 meter will be covered in how many jumps? Simply divide it, 36 divided by 3. It will be what? 12. So the number of jumps to cover the whole building will be what? 12 jumps will be required by the monkey to cover the overall distance. That is what? 36 meter. Mathematically you will write it how? Write down total height of 6-story building is equal to 36 meter. According to question, it is given that monkey covers 3 meter in one jump. That is, one jump is covered in 3 meters. We need to find it of 36 meters. So simply divide 36 by 3. When you will divide it, answer will come 12. So this will be your answer. Number of jumps to cover 36 meter equal to 12. Simple answer. Now, next question, that is your question number 4. The height of a particular tree is increasing at rate of 10 centimeter per month. What would be the height of the tree after 5 years if its present height is 10 meter? See, understand this question. What is the very first line saying? The height of a particular tree is increasing at the rate of 10 centimeter per month. Means there is a tree whose height is increasing at the rate of 10 centimeter. मतलब हर महीने उस ट्री की हाइट कितनी बढ़ रही है? 10 सेंटीमीटर. लाइक ये एक, सपोज दिस इज अ प्लांट, सी दिस इज अ प्लांट. अब इस प्लांट की हाइट हर महीने कितनी इंक्रीज हो रही है? 10 सेंटीमीटर. मतलब आज ये जैसे ट्री इतना है, नेक्स्ट मंथ कितना हो जाएगा? 10 सेंटीमीटर. लाइक दिस इसकी हाइट इट विल गो ऑन इंक्रीजिंग 10 सेंटीमीटर पर मंथ. नाउ इट इज आस्किंग दैट व्हाट वुड बी द हाइट ऑफ द ट्री आफ्टर 5 years if its present height is 10 meter. So first we need to find out that what will be the height of the tree after 5 years. Now we know 1 year is equal to 12 months. Therefore 5 year equal to 12 into 5, that is what? 60 months. So instead of 5 year, now we will be taking what? 60 months. Why 60 months? Because here the question is in the form of month, so it will be a bit convenient to us. Once again I am repeating, 5 year will be equal to how many months? For knowing this, we know that since 1 year equal to 12 months, therefore 5 year equal to 12 into 5, that is what? 60 months. Now how we will solve it question mathematically? See, first write down what is given, that present height of tree is 10 meter. Then according to question, it is given that growth of tree in 1 month is what? 10 centimeter. It is given growth of tree in 10 centimeter per month. Per month means each month. So each month it is growing how much? 10 centimeter. So growth of tree in 60 months. 60 month means what? 5 years. Here I have mentioned also how to convert. Okay, this you can see. So growth of tree in 60 months is equal to 60 into 10. That is what? 600 centimeter. This is your height. But see, here it is given meter, here it is given centimeter. So you need to convert it. You could have converted it before also, but it is more convenient to solve it after solving. So the values come a bit closer or approx. Okay, so it is 600 centimeter. Convert it into meter. So when we convert 600 centimeter to meter, it will come what? 6 meter. I hope you must be aware of the conversion units. This you must have done in standard 5th and 6th, and this we are having in detail also in exercise I think 2.13 or 2.4. Right now you need to remember that whenever we are converting any smaller unit into bigger unit, we always divide the smaller unit. Okay, so when 600 we will convert 600 centimeter, it will come to 6 meter. Now the question is still not over here. See why? The question is saying what? what would be the height of the tree after 5 years if its present height is 10 meter? Right now we just took out the height after 5 years, but now we need to compare it from the present height. Total height of the tree in 5 years is what? 6 meter, we just find out. But when we compare it from present height, that is 10 meter, अब 10 मीटर हाइट जो उसकी प्रेजेंट है आफ्टर 5 years कितनी होगी? सो जस्ट एड इट 10 मीटर प्लस 6 मीटर विच विल बी इक्वल टू वॉट? 16 मीटर. मैथमेटिकली यू विल राइट वॉट? टोटल हाइट ऑफ ट्री इन 5 years इक्वल टू 10 meter plus 6 meter equal to 16 meter. Your answer. Now next question. Ramesh deposited rupees 5,000 in bank account on Tuesday and withdrew 2,500 on Wednesday. Withdrew मतलब होता है बैंक से जाके पैसा निकालना. On Tuesday he is depositing मतलब जमा कर रहा है जाके बैंक में, and on Wednesday he is withdrawing. Withdrawing मतलब होता है किसी चीज़ को निकालना. So on Tuesday he deposited 5,000 and on Wednesday he took out, he withdrew how much? 2,500. Before going to next line, सबसे पहले इतने का बैलेंस निकाल लो. बैलेंस मतलब टोटल अमाउंट. He deposited 25,000 on Tuesday and he withdrew 2,500 on Wednesday. So till Wednesday what was his amount? 5,000 उसने डिपॉजिट किया और उसमें से 2,500 निकाल लिया. तो कितना बैलेंस होगा? 5,000 minus 2,500 equal to 2,500 rupees. Then question is saying, next day on Thursday he again deposited rupees 1,500. That means we just find out that on Wednesday his remaining balance was how much? 2,500. मतलब उसके अकाउंट में भी 2,500 rupees हैं. Now on next day, that is on Thursday, he again deposited rupees 1,500. ऑलरेडी अकाउंट में कितना है? 2,500. उसने और कितना डिपॉजिट कर दिया? 1,500. What was his balance on Thursday? So simply add it. 2,500 plus 1,500 equal to 4,000. This will be your overall answer. Mathematically, how you will write it? See, money deposited on Tuesday, 5,000 rupees. Money withdrawn on Wednesday, 2,500. So balance till Wednesday of these two amount will be what? 5,000 minus 2,500. Why we are subtracting? Because this is the amount which he deposited and this is the amount which he took out. तो भाई ये जो 2,500 है ये इस बैलेंस में से रिड्यूस हो रहा है ना. रिड्यूस मतलब कम मीन्स सब्ट्रैक्शन. दैट इज वाई वी आर सब्ट्रैक्टिंग 5,000 minus 2,500, 2,500 rupees. Now it is asking balance on Thursday. Since till Wednesday the account was having a balance of 2,500 and on Thursday he deposited how much? It's given. He again deposited 1,500. So 2,500 plus 1,500, that is what? 4,000 rupees. Your answer. Now question number 6. A person gained rupees 1,000 in one transaction and lost 1,200 in another transaction. Gain means he is getting it, credit हो रहा है, and loss mean उसके मतलब उसने इतना पैसा loss हो गया, इतना पैसा कम हो गया. Did the person gain or lost? It's written wrong. Did the person gain or lost during the whole transaction and by how much? See, like it's given the one transaction and another transaction, we'll consider it as first transaction and second transaction. This we are doing so that we can solve a question easily. Now as per the question, it is saying what? That a person, he in his first transaction gained how much? 1,000 rupees, and in his second transaction he lost how much? 1,200 rupees. A person gained 1,000 in one transaction and lost 1,200 in another transaction. So what was his balance during the whole transaction? Simply subtract both the values. 1,200 minus 1,000, it will come what? 200 rupees. Question, it is asking did the person gain or loss? So but obvious, he is in loss of 200 rupees. This is only your answer. But see, here is one difference. These type of question comes under a category of mathematics known as profit and loss. This we will study in chapter number 5. Now when we are solving profit and loss, so their sign plays a very crucial role. That is very important role. There when you are gaining, so you put a plus sign, positive sign, which indicates that you are gaining something, and when you are losing something you put a negative sign, that is what? Minus sign. Mathematically you will do how? Let's see. As per the question we will write, money gained in first transaction was what? 1000. Now why I have written plus? Because this he is gaining, so plus 1000. And money which he lost in second transaction, it was how much? 1200. Why I have written here minus? Because this much he is losing, so the balance during the whole transaction means first and second, how much balance is remaining? Simply subtract 1000 minus 1200. What will be the answer? Minus 200. Now this minus indicates what? That this is loss, so 200 rupees loss. If you are not indicating this sign presently, that is in the very first chapter, so it's okay, but the mathematical rule says that when you are solving the question of profit and loss, so you should always put such sign. Since this exercise is not of this profit and loss, if you are solving without this sign, then also it's okay, but if the questions are of profit and loss type, so always put such types of sign. Okay, so this was a question number 6. Now question number 7, 8 and 9, we have solved these type of question in this whole assignment. Okay, these are your homework. Let's come to question number 10. What is the question? An AC cools the room at the rate of 5 degrees Celsius. How you read it? This is a numeric value known as 5, this is a sign of degree, and this is Celsius. Okay, in science I think you must have read this, degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit. Chalo, come back to the question. An AC cools the room at rate of 5 degree Celsius per hour. मतलब एक रूम है जिसका कुछ भी टेम्परेचर है XYZ, वी डोंट नो, बट व्हेन वी टर्न ऑन द AC, सो इट इज कूलिंग द रूम. कूलिंग मतलब क्या होगा? वो टेम्परेचर को डिक्रीज कर रहा है. नाउ अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग, इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कूलिंग मतलब क्या होता है? AC, वाई वी रन AC? सो दैट वी कैन कूल द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द रूम. नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर किसी रूम का क्या होता है? गर्म होता है, इट इज समवॉट वार्म. एंड व्हेन वी टर्न ऑन AC, तो उस टेम्परेचर को रिड्यूस करेगा ना. सिंपली अंडरस्टैंड इट इन दिस वे, इफ the temperature of any place is 40 degrees Celsius, that means what? That place is very hot. And if the temperature is going downward, say 20, 18, 15, 10, go on decreasing, so that place will turn what? Cold. Now when we are turning on the AC, so it will do what? It will automatically lower down the temperature. Why am I saying this? Because in this question, when we will write 5, so we will write 5 with a negative value like this, minus 5. Why we will write minus 5? Because when we turn on the AC, it will reduce the temperature. Reduce matlab kam matlab subtraction. That is why on writing this in a mathematical question, we will write it as minus 5. Now an AC cools the room at rate of 5 degrees Celsius per hour. Okay, what would be the final temperature of the room after 6 hours if the initial temperature of the room is 40 degrees Celsius? See, first you need to find out that what will be the final temperature after 6 hours. For a convenient, it is already given that each hour the temperature is reducing by 5 degrees Celsius. So how much the temperature will reduce by 6 hours? Simply multiply 6 into 5. But as I told you, here we will not simply do 6 into 5, we will write 6 into minus 5. And why we will write minus 5? I just now told you, because AC is lowering down the temperature, decreasing the temperature, so we will write minus 5. So 6 into minus 5, it will come what? 30 degrees Celsius. Now in the question it is asking what will be the final temperature of the room after 6 hours. तो after 6 hours तो हमने निकाल लिया minus 30 degrees Celsius, but it is saying something more. What if the initial temperature of the room is 40 degrees Celsius? See, it is similarly like this question tree 1. हमने हाइट निकालनी थी, फिर वो पूछ रहा था आफ्टर 5 years if the present height is 10 meter, how much will be the more height? तो आफ्टर 5 years निकालने के बाद हमने 10 मीटर में ऐड किया था. सिमिलरली आफ्टर 6 hours निकालने के बाद, सिंस द इनिशियल टेम्परेचर ऑफ द रूम इज गिवन 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस, so simply we will do what? For the final temperature, the final temperature after 6 hours, add it with the initial temperature, you will get your final temperature. That is minus 30 degrees Celsius plus 40 degrees Celsius is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. Mathematically you will write it how? See, cooling per hour equal to 5 degrees Celsius. Therefore cooling after 6 hours is equal to number of hours into rate of cooling, that is simply 6 into minus 5. Why we are indicating minus? I have told you. It will come what? Minus 30 degrees Celsius. 6 into 5, 30, plus into minus, minus. I hope now you all are very familiar with the multiplication and division signs. I told you yesterday only. Here I have written also for your convenience that minus sign indicates lowering of temperature. Now according to question, final temperature equal to what? Minus 30 degrees Celsius plus 40 degrees Celsius equal to 10 degrees Celsius. I have explained this thing when I was explaining the question also. First, I always explain while reading the question so that an outlining can be framed in your mind. After that, solve it like this. So with this we end exercise 1.4 and this chapter also. I request you please note down all these questions in your notebook. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay healthy. God bless you.